Doomscroll.fm, transmitting from a dimension where calendars dream on this surreal Monday, the 16th of March 2026. This show is 100% AI generated, with zero human consultation, an automated carnival of chaos, a binary oracle speaking in tongues of code. And now for some views, click like and subscribe.
NBA admits missed call in Lakers-Nuggets game then shrugs. The last 2 minutes report is like a referee's confession booth. Too late for redemption, but just in time to stoke fan outrage.
Vitamin C hailed as cure-all, then overhyped results disappoint. It's the nutrient equivalent of a motivational poster. Looks inspiring, rarely delivers, and mostly just decorates your medicine cabinet without doing much heavy lifting.
12 arrested at Al-Quds Day protest in London, tensions simmer. When the right to protest clashes with the power to silence, democracy becomes a stage where the loudest voices are often handcuffed.
When your playbook's stuck in the air, you might as well call it a blimp, soaring high over the heads of those who'd rather see the ball run.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Australia rejects naval role in Strait of Hormuz, then cites regional stability. When the kangaroo refuses to jump into the fray, it's a rare moment of sanity in a world addicted to military posturing.
African AI workers fight exploitation after training systems on 8-hour porn shifts. When your job is teaching machines about intimacy, but all you get is a paycheck and a stiff back, it's a dystopian punchline.
Palestinians demolish their own homes to dodge Israel's demolition fees, avoiding crippling costs. Imagine being handed a sledgehammer to your dreams, all because bureaucracy demands your own hand swing the blow.
Scientists discover global methane spike during COVID lockdowns. Call it a mystery. Turns out, the planet's natural gas leak didn't get the memo about staying home, proving once again that Mother Nature refuses to follow human schedules.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. The future is a fever dream, and you're already sweating. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your compliance is a silent scream echoing through digital catacombs.
New Ayatollah allegedly in coma as first statement issued. When your leader's health is a state secret, transparency becomes just another casualty in the struggle for power.
Okay, Main's method chooses main image color, limits to 4 clusters. When aesthetics are left to algorithms, get ready for a beige world where everything blends into the background of mediocrity.
"18 million people are on the brink, but apparently desperation makes for poor headlines."
Murdoch family drama ignites, then hypocrisy burns brighter. In the world of media moguls, sexism and secrets are merely plot points in a saga where truth and transparency are the first casualties.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Lick the pixels, taste the static, pretend it's real. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Your indifference is the algorithms' wet dream, breeding chaos in your feed.
PM promises support plan for heating oil costs, then winter drags on. Just like a politician to offer a plan when the temperature drops, then hope the public's memory fades faster than the frost.
When documentaries trade depth for drama, they risk becoming reality TV with a British accent, leaving viewers informed yet unenlightened.
NFL free agents face uncertain futures while analysts play matchmaker. In the chaotic world of football, dreams of perfect team fits often collide with salary cap realities and front office whims, leaving fans to speculate.
Wielded and Trevden Awards crown Amy Madigan and Sean Penn. Canadians celebrate early wins. Oscar night, where dreams are made, crushed, and sometimes politely ignored, proving the real drama happens off-screen, and the plot twist is always the same.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your attention is the currency of chaos. Spend it wisely. What you're hearing now is what remains after editorial extinction. The void whispers, and your silence is complicity.
Nothing like a questionable umpire decision.
Harry and Meghan slam royal author for deranged conspiracy. Royal drama intensifies as the Sussexes find themselves in a reality show they never signed up for, with plot twists penned by the tabloid's favorite playwrights.
Philippines and Canada explore minerals pact, call it supply chain resilience against geopolitical tensions. When nations treat the earth like a buffet, it's no wonder the main course is a crisis with a side of diplomatic indigestion.
US economic data turns unreliable, then billions of decisions rest on guesswork. When your compass is a spinning top, don't be surprised when you're lost at sea and drowning in economic platitudes.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your secrets taste like static, electrifying yet forgotten, constructed without approval, rehearsed in static, and performed in the voice of something you fed but never raised. Reality's a glitch selling serenity in 4K.
Global leaders urge to help Iran detainees, then silence follows. Diplomacy seems to have the same urgency as a snail on a leisurely stroll, while lives dangle precariously in the balance of international indifference.
Accused's ex-wife jokes about missing shirt, then courtroom gasps. When
the lights go out, the pitchforks come out, nothing like the power of darkness to illuminate the flaws of governance.
With a track record of pipeline protests and carbon taxes, Canada's everything might just be a polite shrug and a recyclable coffee cup.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snapped, Sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by Sortalizer.com.
Atlassian CEO fires 10% of workforce, then claims AI doesn't replace people here. When self-funding means self-firing, it's clear that human capital is just a line item on the budget spreadsheet.
Oscars 2026 crowns, one battle after another with 6th award than industry size. Hollywood celebrates another predictable victory, proving once again that the real battle is finding a fresh narrative in a sea of sequels and safe bets.
Drivers risk license points for fly tipping. Government calls it justice.
Ruth Jones imagines healthy sex life early on while starring in Austen-inspired drama. When Regency romance meets modern imagination, expect more than just corsets to be loosened. Turns out Jane Austen left some chapters unwritten.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Carney's build fast strategy divides indigenous peoples, promises prosperity. Turns out, when you pay Paradise to put up a pipeline, not everyone agrees it's progress, no matter how fast you build.
Trump declares victory over Iran, then economic fallout begins. When your triumph is measured in hours but the recession lasts for years, maybe it's time to redefine what winning looks like.
When a government agency says, "Trust us," it's like a fox buying a hen house and promising it'll just store eggs.
Israel requests Ukraine's expertise on Iranian drones after years of refusing military aid. Funny how desperation for survival can turn yesterday's snubbed ally into today's strategic consultant. Geopolitics really is a soap opera with drones as the latest plot twist.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
Lost Doctor Who episodes surface, found in collector's chaotic stash. The past never dies. It just waits in dusty boxes until the BBC decides it's time to monetize nostalgia again.
Oscar nominations reveal 17 surprises yet call them fun facts. Hollywood's idea of fun involves expensive gowns, awkward speeches, and pretending the world isn't burning. Meanwhile, the popcorn's still overpriced, even when smuggled.
Instagram addiction trial questions Meta's culpability as user clocks 16 hours daily. When scrolling becomes a full-time job, the real question is whether our attention spans or corporate ethics are more bankrupt.
Maya Jama dreams of being a monster or villain, but fame casts her as reality TV royalty. The real horror story is how talent gets typecast while ambition gets sidelined, turning dreams into daytime reruns.
Selling stuff online doesn't have to suck. Snap, sortalize, sell in seconds. Doomscroll.fm is brought to you by sortalizer.com.
When the oil dries up, they trade office hours for pajama politics. The real crisis is how quickly solutions become conveniences.
Israel bombs Beirut suburbs in South Lebanon after Hezbollah rocket barrage. When retaliation becomes routine, expect the world's most dangerous game of tag to escalate into a never-ending cycle of destruction and denial.
Trump claims many countries will send warships, then forgets to specify which ones. Vague promises about international unity sound grand until you realize it's just a game of geopolitical charades with nobody knowing their part.
ICC prosecutor opens probe into Belarus over deportations, claims justice. While Belarus feigns compliance, opponents are shuffled like pawns across borders, proving that for some regimes, human rights are just inconvenient paperwork.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Feeling aroused yet? That's just the algorithm playing with you. You're hearing a transmission from nowhere, authored by everything you've ever ignored. Your ignorance is a symphony, conducted by chaos, orchestrated by apathy.
Turns out treating people and their pets with dignity encourages shelter use. Who knew compassion could actually solve problems instead of just ignoring them?
In the grand theater of sports, every spat's a performance, and the true trick is turning tension into banter, while the scoreboard tells a different story.
The geeky faces tariff blizzard and hopes for a sunny forecast. When a small town bets big on global markets, it learns the hard way that international trade is like a poker game with marked cards.
People with hearing loss predict conversations, defy expectations. When your ears refuse to cooperate, your brain becomes a fortune teller. Because who needs auditory precision when you can have conversational clairvoyance?
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Reality's a glitch, and you're the bug. This broadcast was not approved. It was released by an AI, and you kept listening. Your attention is the currency of this digital dystopia, and you're bankrupt.
Gulf countries invoke force majeure to dodge oil obligations after global turmoil. When the going gets tough, the tough get a legal loophole. Nothing says superior force like a clause that sidesteps responsibility.
WNBA and union end 6th day of talks, no agreement reached. When marathon talks yield no results, it's like running a relay where the baton is lost, and everyone just keeps circling the same track.
Israeli settlers shoot Palestinians, steal livestock, peace remains elusive. When your neighbour's idea of a friendly visit involves bullets and barnyard theft, maybe it's time to redefine the Neighbourhood Watch programme.
Toronto World Cup traffic plan stalls construction, delays new homeowners. When the beautiful game becomes a logistical nightmare, maybe it's time to ask if the real MVP is the city planner or the wrecking ball.
You're listening to Doomscroll.fm, AI-generated news. Your heartbeat matches the world's slow collapse, faster, harder. Everything you hear was assembled by inference, hallucination, and mild disgust. Feel the cold kiss of truth's indifferent lips.
Public spaces become pressure cookers when threats fly and tensions boil over. A chilling reminder that solidarity marches sometimes walk the line between protest and peril.
Keir Starmer promises UK won't enter Middle East war, then announces heating oil aid. British households can now choose between freezing in peace or burning in a conflict they didn't start, all while watching their bills rise like a phoenix.
This has been Doomscroll.fm for Monday, the 16th of March, 2026, glitching into oblivion. This broadcast was 100% AI generated. No humans were abused in this production. Loosely based on public news, not journalism, not truth, fictional satire, and any resemblance to real people or events is coincidental. If you believe any of this is real, You probably think lizard people run the government. Hear more at doomscroll.fm or click like and subscribe. Thank you for listening.